What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Mondays with Spider Bites. Thank you. I can't do that as well as others, but I try. I still have my balls intact. I'm sorry. Anyways, just continuing on the series. If hey, it's a fine, beautiful Monday. Possibly, I'm recording this the night before, and if you're not watching it on a Monday, why the hell not? Come on, sub to the channel. Watch the videos as soon as they're available. All right. Anyways, okay, let's get right to it. This week I'm going to be discussing Call of Duty Elite. Now, the first set of DLC actually dropped last Tuesday, for Xbox Elite Premium subscribers, and that was the 24th of January. 2 maps, and there's been a lot of discussion about it. And I just sort of wanted to go back to sort of the beginning and just discuss Elite, discuss its value, and just what do you guys think? Are you guys... from what has been released or continues to be releasing for Call of Duty Elite Premium and the DLC. What do you guys think? Is it a value or is it a ripoff? And that, I just really want to give you some detail and take a really solid look into the Elite service. So just to go back to previous games, and I won't go too far back. I'll go back as far as Modern Warfare 2, talk about the DLC in Modern Warfare 2 as well as in Black Ops. If you recall, Modern Warfare 2 released 2 map packs. They were actually 5 maps for $15, and I believe that's the first time that they actually upped the price to $15, so there was a lot of flack for that. So 2 map packs, 5 maps each. Now, in each of those map packs, 3 maps were original maps, and 2 were remakes of CoD 4 maps. So for people who were new to the franchise, who hadn't experienced CoD 4, shame on you. If you haven't, well, multiplayer's kind of broken anyway, for the most part. I would say go back and try it out. But anyways, so for those people that didn't play CoD 4, it's essentially 5 brand new maps. For those that did, it was actually pretty cool because we got to go and play two, or I guess there's in total 4, but for each map pack, 2 maps that, was sort of nostalgic for us longtime CoD 4 players. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, they bumped the price up to $15, but hey, that's what they do, right? They just try and they sell a ton of it, right? Because we keep buying it. That's probably the real point. We keep buying that stuff. So, anyways, so there are basically only 2 map packs. Black Ops, and they really went to town on the DLC. They actually released 4 map packs, 3 being sort of multiplayer / zombies, and the last one being a zombies-only map pack. So, and for people who bought the Hardened or Prestige Edition, they didn't have to pay for that map pack. They got the Zombie Map Moon for free because they already had access to the existing 4 remastered World at War maps. So that was pretty cool. They basically got that map for free. They didn't have to pay. So if you bought all the DLC, for people that didn't have the Hardened Prestige Edition, you paid $60. You got 12 multiplayer maps, and you got 8 zombie maps in total. Awesome. So 12 multiplayer maps. Remember that, 12 multiplayer maps and 8 zombie maps for your $60. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Okay, now we're going to go back to, or shoot forward from Black Ops, and we're going to go to when Activision started releasing information about Call of Duty Elite. There was a beta that started in July on Xbox, and I think it extended to PS3 in September. But at the Call of Duty XP event, I guess CEO Eric Hirschberg put the price on the premium subscription at $50 per year. Okay, and he went on to state that's $10 less than the cost of purchasing a year's worth of downloadable map packs at $15 a pop, which millions of Call of Duty fans seem content to do annually. So the expectation there is that there are going to be 4 map packs. The bar that Black Ops set was that, okay, there were 12 maps, 12 multiplayer maps, and 8 zombie maps. And that, I'm just going to go out and say this, those zombie maps have way more production value than any multiplayer map you can throw my way, or any Spec Ops mission, or any game mode. You know, I'd even go so far as to say it's got twice the production value of any of these other maps. You may not necessarily like the zombie maps, but you do have to admit, with the inclusion of Easter eggs, of the different types of zombies, it's not just a simple little multiplayer map. It's a living, breathing thing. I'd even say. I mean, I love zombies. Whatever. Can you tell? Okay. So, anyways, so that expectation is there, but the expectation also, even going back to Modern Warfare 2, well, you release 2 map packs with 5 maps for the $15. So the expectation, well, what am I going to get here? Am I going to get 20 multiplayer maps? Or are they going to sort of fit in the Spec Ops missions? Again, I mean, some people might like the Spec Ops. That's fine. I get some value out of it. Definitely not replayability. I mean, I'll play them once and maybe trying to improve my time, maybe once or twice, but that's about it. And I'd never go back to them, really. So, anyways, let's go on to the sort of next step in the timeline. Call of Duty Elite. Again, the expectation or the presentation there was that there's still going to be the DLC that's available to everybody. So 4 packs, $15 each, so $60 if you want everything. To the Call of Duty Elite people, the premium subscribers, you then get access to content earlier. And again, as it's been released recently, over 9 months, you're going to get monthly drops of content. Maps, Spec Ops missions, and presumably 2 additional game modes. However, that's only available on PS3 and Xbox. PC, Call of Duty Elite delayed on PC. And the statement coming from Beachhead Studio is that we're as committed as ever to the PC. But the need to ensure a safe PC environment is greater than ever. It's really extensive. We need more time to get there. So Elite on PC will not launch in day 1. So we're working our butts off to make it happen, but we won't release it until we know that PC gamers can enjoy Elite as it's meant to be. And we always, for most of us that know that wanted to get on the Elite and actually were premium, that the service was like a disaster on release. And it took them nearly a month, I think, to get it back up and running to where it was something reasonable. And then they went on to extend everybody's subscription by a month, which there's some weirdness even there. Like, I still don't understand that. Like, if I didn't activate my Elite Premium until, let's say, following the release of the map pack on the 24th, it's still, I don't know. Like, if I activated in February, am I going to get access to that content that was released in January? And if I have 12 months of premium, Elite Premium, does that mean when the first map pack, presumably for Black Ops 2 or whatever it's going to be, the next CoD release, comes out in January, I'm going to have access to that without actually paying for the Elite Premium? I don't know. It's a little gray in my head. So, anyways, we don't know what's happening with PC. Who knows? I mean, it's still not there, obviously. Who knows if it's ever going to be there? And then, yeah, so they have Activision hands out a free month to paying members of Call of Duty Elite as outage continues. So, again, we're just going forward on the timeline with Call of Duty Elite. And then it was announced that the first Modern Warfare 3 DLC was going to be dropped in January, on January 24th. Now, when it did drop, okay, this has been kind of a disaster as we're going here, and I don't know how much. You can pull up numbers for how many sales of Modern Warfare 3 that Activision did, and how many sales for Call of Duty Elite Premium that these guys have done, and it just astounds me how the stuff that they're releasing is just like sort of epically failing. Starting with Call of Duty Elite, the service, which I can understand. There's going to be a huge inflow of people, but honestly, in this day and age, I mean, every single game that comes out these days is just hammered, and people don't realize. Don't these developers anticipate that? I mean, come on, you're putting the marketing on. You went through Modern Warfare 2, you went through Black Ops. You don't have some sort of freaking measure for how many people are going to be coming on to Modern Warfare 3? Like, are you kidding me? Anyways, but the Elite service was a whole different animal, so I can understand that. They dropped this this DLC on Xbox, and they actually had to come out with a video explaining, produce video explaining how to download the maps. I mean, how hard can it be? And not only that, the 2 maps, you had to download them separately for whatever reason, and if you only downloaded one, you wouldn't be able to get into the playlist, the Elite playlist, in order to play them. So you actually had to download both of them. So to have to produce a video explaining how to download your DLC is I just find it kind of funny. I don't know. I get a kick out of things that way, apparently. I don't know if you guys do too or not. And the other thing is, and I don't think this is even resolved yet, and it took them longer to come out and say this than it did to produce a video to explain how to download the DLC. But if you're sharing, if you have an Xbox and you have 2 different accounts, like you and your brother, or you and your mother, or you and your sister, and your dad, or whatever, you play in separate accounts. You want to track your stats, right? I mean, you could play on the same account if you really wanted to, but then it's just going to merge your stats, and I don't really like it if my sister's playing on my account and messing up my kill-death ratio. Do you? No. No, definitely not. So, you create separate accounts on Xbox. Well, you couldn't play those maps on another account. You could, and I think it's still this way, unless they've resolved it. I haven't seen any news come out that says they have. So, and that's completely different from any other DLC. Supposedly, that is not intentional, and they've come out and stated that. But the fact remains, I mean, again, it's another F-up on the release of this stuff. I mean, how much money do you guys have to make in order to roll something out properly? I don't know. Maybe it's more than $1 billion. Anyways, okay, so shortly after releasing the maps, I believe, if I got the time frame correct, Activision released the content calendar explaining how things are going to be released to Call of Duty Elite Premium. So there's a calendar content, and I'll put the link in the description, that basically shows January, you've got 2 maps. February, there's 1 map. March, a map and 2 missions. April, 2 maps. May, blah, blah, blah. It goes on until September. So 9 months worth of content. If you add up the number of maps, there's 12 maps. Okay? 12 multiplayer maps. Okay, how does that... Let's take away the missions and supposedly these 2 game modes. What the hell? There's 12 maps, and we're saying this is going to be 4 map packs? Okay. So 4 map packs of 3 multiplayer maps and whatever else. Is that right? I don't know. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I didn't miscount. 12 maps. Okay. So we've gone from Modern Warfare 2, and again, just looking strictly at multiplayer maps. Modern Warfare 2, 5 multiplayer maps for $15. Black Ops, 4 multiplayer maps. Granted, the zombie map does add a hell of a lot of value, and to be honest, I'd pay $15 just for the frickin' zombie map. But, again, 4 multiplayer maps. As multiplayer is your thing, you get 4 maps for $15. Modern Warfare 3, 3 multiplayer maps for $15 a piece. Okay? If I look at the schedule, and again, the Call of Duty, the premium, and that's one other point I want to make, is that it wasn't made clear, you know, even though we do realize this, like a lot of us do realize this in the community, that Xbox, has a 1-month timed exclusivity for all content released for Call of Duty. So, All this content, the 2 maps that were dropped in January 24th, won't be available on PS3 until February 24th or February 23rd, depending, whatever, 30 days, 31 days, who cares? We have no idea what's happening with the PC, and I don't think anything's been mentioned to PC, so you guys get shafted anyway. I feel for you, but not much I can do about it. So, in February, then PS3 owners will get the 2 map packs, and it's just delayed by a month, staggered by a month. Now, they're going to release in March DLC for everybody else. So whoever doesn't have Premium Elite, or Elite Premium, sorry, will then be able to buy DLC for $15, consisting of 3 maps only. That seems odd. Okay. So we've gone from 5 maps for $15 to 4 maps and a zombies map for $15 to 3 maps for $15. They can't include anything that's being released in March because it's only going to be released in March to Premium, to Elite Premium. So they can't release that as a separately purchasable DLC pack or part of a DLC pack that's going to be purchasable in March by everybody else, because then if I'm an Elite Premium, what the hell do I have Elite Premium for if I'm not getting the stuff early as promised? So there are only 3 maps that they're going to include in this map pack for March for everybody else to buy. Basically shafting everybody that didn't purchase Elite Premium, if you say that's not being shafted in and of itself. I guess we'll see. So anyways, in March, there's a map and 2 missions. April, there's 2 more maps. So maybe they're going to release another purchasable DLC pack in May. Like it's so hard to pinpoint exactly when they're going to come out with these 4 DLC packs for everybody else. Just the way that they've laid this out. By come September, they're going to be releasing a map, the final map and mission. So in October, then they'll be releasing it to PS3, Premium, Elite Premium in October, but then to PS3 in November, they're going to release the final DLC that would be purchasable for everybody else, but presumably the next CoD will be out in November. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Maybe they haven't thought it through. I don't know. They make a whole lot of more money than I do, so I assume they've thought this through, but I don't know. Looking at the calendar, it really doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. So the other thing that, when you look at the calendar and try to figure all this stuff out, is that in March, if they're going to release the 3 maps to the rest of everybody else on Xbox who can then buy it, that's the same time that PS3 Elite Premium will be getting the February map. So really, everybody will have that map that comes out in February, except for people who don't have Premium, Elite Premium on PS3. So, I don't know. I still don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it was sold as, hey, you're going to have this before everybody else. Oh, but on your console. Right. Okay, you're going to have it before everybody else does on your console. But do you guys really see value in that? I mean, honestly, if I want to go into a game, not only are we already restricting the number of players based on the number of game modes and everything, but now we're further segregating the players. Like, I want to play with a large group of players, a large pool of players. Like, who cares if I get it early, honestly, other than, oh, I'm the first to get it, I can get my video up on YouTube first. I mean, to everybody else that just wants to frickin' play the game, who cares if I get this map before somebody else? Really? Do you guys really see that much value in that? I mean, I don't know. I really question the value in getting a couple of maps early before everybody else, and I'm going to pay $50 for it. Hey, I don't know. So I can say to my friends, I can play it, you can't because you don't have Call of Duty Elite Premium. Big deal, man. I'd rather be playing with those friends. Those guys I make fun of because they don't have Premium, Elite Premium. I wanna play those freaking maps with them because I play with them all the time instead of making fun of them, right? So if I look at it strictly from a DLC perspective, you know, I question the value of CoD Elite. I question like Premium. I question a lot. I mean, it was hyped up, and no details were given really. All we had to go on was past content, and I really don't think that the Modern Warfare 3 DLC content is really measuring up to past content, to be honest with you. If we're gonna base it on past content, I want 5 multiplayer maps times 4. Give me 20 multiplayer maps. You should be throwing in those frickin' Spec Ops missions in the game modes as a bonus to all of us who paid our big money, $60 for the game, $50 for Elite Premium. I want what was where the bar was set with Modern Warfare 2. You know, I want those 5 maps. How much do you think it would take them to take those 4 COD 4 maps that they brought into Modern Warfare 2 and bring them into Modern Warfare 3? Just give them to us. How much do you think it would take? How much effort do you think it would take? Negligible. Come on. You guys remastered these maps already from COD 4 to Modern Warfare 2. You don't need to do anything with them. Bring them into Modern Warfare 3. Boom. Done. You're done. Offer them for free. Give them to, you know, maybe they're going to do that. But the problem is, we've paid our money. You guys, Activision has hyped it up. We've already paid our money, and you're not telling us what we're getting. If you're going to throw that in, that's awesome. But you better, like, freaking come out and tell us. All we know now is what you're giving us on that calendar. And that's how we got to make our decisions and discussions about that. What's on the table. The only other stuff I haven't talked about, which, I mean, it depends on who you are and what you do and how you play the game and if you're involved in it, but all these Elite Premium, these other services that sit above just the plain old DLC. And if you download the console application or you go on the web, you can see these other aspects of Elite Premium. So they include this whole compete portion, which I find is pretty cool. Halo had it, although they didn't have real life prizes, which most of the compete events that you can join, register in, and join, most of them do give you in-game items. Some of them do give you things like iPad 2s, which I've seen. And iPad 2s, $500 a pop, right? So I mean, there's probably some good value there, possibly. I don't think I'd ever get involved in any of it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are watching these videos or watching this video that do. There was also the one where they gave away $100,000 worth of prizes or whatever, which is great. I mean, but you also have to consider how much money they made with this game, plus all the COD Elite premium subscriptions, and the fact that, you know, COD Elite was down for a month, and they've been effing up everything they've been rolling out since. Put that out to make up for all that? I don't know. So there is some value there if you guys want that or get involved with that. It's great. They also have this pro analysis videos that they do for weapons and maps, and you know what? I'm not gonna harp on the videos themselves. I think there's a lot of production value that's got into them, but quite honestly, this is something the community can do and has done and are doing. Really, I mean, they took a guy who was involved in the community and was doing these things before, and they took him away from that to do it only for Elite Premium, which I find is kind of garbage. I mean, you may like the videos, but our community here on YouTube can do that shit. Sorry. Maybe not to the highest production value level that you know, Activision can throw thousands or tens of thousands of dollars towards or whatever. Honestly, the community can do that, and it can be for everybody, and it can be free. I don't have to pay a freaking COD Elite Premium subscription to have access to that content. I'm gonna go on YouTube and search for it, right? I'm gonna go look for that stuff. I see zero value in that. That's just some bullshit going on right there. I'm sorry, I'm giving my opinion. I'm trying to be objective, but I had to give my opinion a little bit. And like I said, I'm not knocking the videos in any way. I'm not knocking the people who produce them. I'm just saying that sort of stuff the community has no problem doing and have done in the past, and it's garbage that you're going to try and pull that away and make it a subscription-based service. Like, whatever. Get the freak out of town. And then you have the CoD Elite TV or whatever. Again, I'll be honest, I've never seen it. Maybe you guys see some value in it. But really, could that not be free with some sort of sponsorship or whatever? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're paying for production of that stuff, but there are other companies that pay for production of videos and that are free for everybody to watch, that market and that actually are marketing your product. I mean, it's called marketing, people. You put money into marketing and you produce content or regular content or videos or whatever. I mean, look at that Battlefield series that was put out with the pros or whatever and the noobs. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever. Anyways, that was part of marketing. Put that CoD Elite on television or YouTube or whatever. It's part of your marketing budget. It's not, you know, you're tying it into some subscription-based premium service, which, you know, again, whatever. I mean, it is what it is, and if you guys get value out of it, then that's fine. But I just question the value. I'm in it for the DLC. It's cool that I can get it early, but honestly, if you didn't have it available to be early, like I don't want it early other than to maybe. I mean, we did one video on it. Who cares, right? I want to play it with everybody else. I want to play it when it's available to everybody else who may not have CoD Elite Premium. So I just really want to know what you guys think. I know I rambled off here for quite a while, and I really apologize. Hopefully the gameplay in the background kept you interested in the topic. This was actually a hard one to cover, and I know I probably went off on tangents several times there, but what is this? What is this? This is a ripoff? Is this value? Honestly, for me, I'm not getting value out of it, other than as somebody who may produce a video for it on YouTube, and I can produce a video as soon as the content comes out, let's say. But other than that, I really don't see anything, any value whatsoever, and it's actually a bit of a ripoff to me because maybe I don't want to purchase some of this DLC. My thinking when it was sold to everybody was that we'd actually be getting more. I mean, you're getting our money up front, presumably, I guess 11 months up front, or 10 or 11 months up front from when the last piece of content's going to be released, and I'm actually getting effed over and getting less than what I would have got if I would have just paid for it when it came out. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. I would appreciate them. I know I went over. You can comment about that too, but whatever. Anyways, that has been Mondays with Spider. I am out.